It's that time again to say good morning to you, Grenada, Carriacou, Petite Martinique, the rest of the Eastern Caribbean. Welcome to Good Morning Grenada for today. It's Thursday, the 28th day of May, 2026. Of course, I'm Gordon Joseph. So happy to be with you this morning as always. Reminding us all that it is indeed a good day to have a good day in a good way. Yeah. It's Thursday. Yeah, let's go to him and say, Heavenly Father, once again we come to thank you for your amazing grace and for allowing us to make it through the night and wake up to another beautiful sunrise. Please guide our steps and go before us to make all crooked paths straight. Shield us from the fiery darts of the enemy so we won't fall into temptation. We ask forgiveness for all our sins, known and unknown. We thank you for your many blessings, miraculous healings, and divine protection. In the name of Jesus, amen, amen, and amen. Let's see what the other one says. Yep, it's a good day to have a good day, that I do know. You can hear it in my voice. The flu it's just, leaving, but it's making sure that it leaves its mark on its way out, but, all shall be well. Thursday's blessing. If we confess our sins, He is faithful and just to forgive us of our sins and to cleanse us from all unrighteousness. Thank you very much, Reverend. Good morning. Good morning. 25 minutes on to 7. Yeah, it's indeed a good day to have a good day in a good way. Yeah, remember that. Drink from your saucer this morning. Tanti Marcy, Keisha Khalid, the folks at the Care Bears. Good morning, good morning, good morning. German, good morning. That's my cue to memory with you. Ashley Hines, good morning, my brother. How are you doing?
Oh, but I don't worry about that much.
The word of the day today is identify. Identify. I-D-E-N-T-I-F-Y. Identify.
I'm reaping better than I sowed. I'm drinking from my saucer. 'Cause my cup has Identify, the word of the day today. It means to recognize, and here's how we can use the word in a sentence. They identify the problem. Sometimes the goal winning.
Identify.
But I've got a friend.
To recognize.
Jesus.
As I say good morning to all the wonderful folks locked in at this time.
I thank God for all His blessings on me.
Yeah, let's go from the top and say good morning to all those of you who are there. Yulin Alexander is with us. Veronica Sandy, Jillian McIntyre, Monica Meros Williams, Tell Daddy Godwin and Miss Joan, good morning. Sylvina Charles is with us. Mildred Smith, how is Shem? And Judy and Zamora and everybody. Catherine Phillip is with us. Good morning, Catherine. Veronica Sandy. Althea Edwards, good morning. Right, who else? Okay. Petlin is always with us. Good morning, Petlin. Good morning, Jennifer Colimo. Good morning, Miss Wells and Miss Marast. Hope you all are doing fine. Otis Fireball Primers, good morning. Willen, good morning to you. The folks inside of Munich and Mama Can, good morning. Davini Leo, good morning. Mount Craven, Celeste, good morning. Win Smith, we call him Worries, good morning. Those of you out there in the diaspora, good morning. I know you're making all the preparations to come in. Can't wait to see you. Joan Brathwaite Batson, good morning. Lauren, how are you doing? Yeah. Lauren says we must meet one day. Lauren, you keep saying that, man. Yeah. We will meet up one day. One day we'll just maybe go to the beach and have a cook-up and so forth. The motivational tip of the day is up next.
Listen up, may I never be.
The only way to do great work is to love what you do. That is real. That is so true. The only way to do great work is to love what you do. Yeah, love what you do, man. Then it's not work. It's no longer work. You know, it's you're doing a hobby. Joan Brathwaite Batson. Here's Janice. Yeah. Fleshy, good morning. The folks at His Majesty's Prisons, good morning. The commissioner, the entire staff, and the residents there. You've got a visitation tomorrow. Yeah, I think it's tomorrow, right? That team visiting from the U.S. Good morning, Zephyrin.
That's who I am in you.
It's indeed a good day to have a good day, reminding you that you are indeed a conqueror. You just got to know that.
Yeah.
Johnny and the guys in Wester Hall, good morning. Marianne. Zai Zai, my little granddaughter. Good morning, good morning. What's buzzing this morning? Let's see what's buzzing. What's making the rungs this morning? Well, the health ministry says no immediate Ebola threat to Grenada, and the USS Nimitz hosts Grenadian delegation during a Caribbean mission. In the region, the Bahamas tightens border measures over Ebola threat. Internationally, former U.S. government executive faces theft charges. And in sports, Westerners women eye strong World Cup return. Folks, have you noticed that ever so often, as soon as the world kind of seems to be settling down with, medical issues, outbreaks and so forth, then something just pops back up?
That's why I sing.
There is a conspiracy theory out there that claims that, the big pharmaceuticals, they have a way of manipulating and maneuvering the health systems to ensure that their drugs and so forth sell. But remember, I said that's a conspiracy theory, all right?
That's who.
I find every now and then, every time, we just recuperating from COVID-19 with all the different varied strains.
I see.
And all of a sudden, oops, Ebola pops back up. What's going on with this? Some kind of strange flus going around. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Kind of strange sort of cancer. And oh my goodness. Sometimes I feel like telling the father, okay, bring me home now, But my job is not completed here as yet. I still have some wrongs to right. And you know what I'm saying?
And then I say,
man. Yes, you are. There's a gentleman I met yesterday, all right? You need to call me, right? I thought we exchanged numbers. I met him in town yesterday. He said he and his wife, they're ardent fans of the program. Good morning. I really thought I saved your number. I thought I wrote it, but I didn't. Reach out to me on the GBN WhatsApp, man. 435-2041. Razum Batiste and family, good morning, my brother from another mother. Good morning to Archie, Daisy, Delia, Jerry. Good morning to you and all your children. Everybody's fine, I hope. Skeeter Party, Sammy, good morning. The children as well. Good morning to
So I say,
Miss Bailey. Good morning on Lucas Street. Good morning, Curtie, Kali, Cassie. Yeah, these are my cousins, you know. I need to reach out to them, man. All my brothers, Nigel, good morning. Daniel, Curtie, Micah, good morning, Noel. Yeah. Family, you know. Listen, folks, the world is getting in such a way that we have families that, you know, are so apart, man. It's time to pull the families together. I must comment on that conversation I had with Mr. Kwamina Umen yesterday, and going back to historic times, you know, how the family was set up. And, you know, life becomes so much easier when we have a proper family structure in place. Yeah, we do, you know. Life becomes so much easier when we have a proper family structure in place, that you can rely on one another. You know, you can, you know, it's just easier. A family member has something to do, the children could come. I remembered, man. That's how, you know, that's where grandparents played that role. Everybody was in mommy's house, you know. Everybody. But now grandparents are so young, you know. They themselves are children too. Oh my goodness, what a world. Remember, I'm saying that and I'm remembering now myself and Archie and Jerry playing cricket in mommy's yard, you know, and fun days, man. I would not trade them for anything. Families need to pull together. Bury the hatchets, as they say. You know, get to understand what the life is. Good morning, Auntie Louie. How you doing? Auntie Annis and Auntie Bernice, and, you know. Yeah, good morning to you all. Hope you all are doing fine. Folks, it's 15 minutes on to 7 o'clock. The morning edition of news comes up right after these messages. Remember, folks, make a very, very strong effort to rekindle family fires today. And family could save the day. It would make life a lot easier. Trust me on that. Just knowing you've got someone in your corner that you can talk to, you can laugh with, there are some jokes that you might not be willing to share with a friend, but you can share it with a family member. Something might have happened. I remember, man, we had so much fun. I remember the days when I slept with a dress. You know, as a little boy growing up, mommy would say, go and wash your foot and put on your dress to go to bed. How many of you had those experiences? I did not sleep on the floor, though. I know there are folks who can tell you they slept with their feet in cross bags and so forth. No, I didn't have that. I had a bed to sleep on, but I had a dress to sleep with as a little boy growing up. Those are fun days, man. I wish I could go back to this. Any case, folks, the morning edition of News, Sports, and the Weather comes up shortly. Remember, rekindle the family fires today.
That's who I am in you.
Get ready for the ultimate showdown of flavor, fire, and fun. Saturday, May the 30th, Monrouge Plainfield. It's the clash of the food titans. 19 junior and senior grillers battle for grill supremacy with over $5,000 in cash and prizes to be won. Taste grilled delicacies from Cuba and Chinese embassies. Plus family fun day, bouncy castles, go-kart rides, ride, go ATVs, trills, ring games, and more. Then from 6 p.m., the vibes explode. The Jambalassi team, more than 15 soca stars. Lights up the stage, non-stop energy, non-stop performances, non-stop culture. Gates open 11 a.m., grills light 1 p.m. Admission, adults $10, children $5. Children under 12, enter free. Maggie, King of the Grill 2026. Food, fun, culture, entertainment. One massive day you don't want to miss. Powered by Maggie. quality, enhancing your flavors with support from Rubis, Blue Bubbles, Tents and Rentals, Grenada Paper Products, Grenville Credit Union, Flow, Budget Foods, My Finance Grenada, Caribbery, Ride Go Grenada, and Glenelg Spring Water. It's the clash of the food titans. 19 junior and senior grillers battle for grill supremacy with over $5,000 in cash and prizes to be won.
Looking to shop online from your favorite stores like Amazon and Shein? With GPC Global, it's never been easier. Get your very own US address and shop from around the world. With GPC Global, you can order the latest trends and must-have items, all delivered straight to Grenada to your closest post office for your pickup. We offer the cheapest rates and our service is reliable and quick. No more waiting for weeks for your packages. Your satisfaction is guaranteed. Join the Grenada Postal family today and start shopping smarter. Visit us online at www.grenadapostal.com or call us on 437-POST. That's 437-7678. GPC Global, your gateway to the world.
This is the morning edition of news for today, Thursday, 28th May 2026. In the headlines, Health Ministry says no immediate Ebola threat to Grenada. USS Nimitz hosts Grenadian delegation during Caribbean mission. In the region, the Bahamas tightens border measures over Ebola threat. Internationally, former U.S. government executive faces theft charges. And in sports, West Indies women eye strong World Cup return. The details to this and so much more after these messages.
Looking for the perfect pre-carnival fete? Then get ready for Rhythm and Spice, a Rotary brunch experience happening Sunday, June 28th from 3 p.m. to 11 p.m. at Quarantine Point Recreational Park. Enjoy an afternoon of bold flavors, vibrant rhythms, and unforgettable vibes featuring Sakina and the Alpha One Band, plus guest artists and DJs. Early bird tickets are just $200 and available now on GoToFet.com. Dress code Brunch Chic, Island Elegance with Spice-inspired tones. Hosted by the Rotary Club of Grenada. Proceeds support Rotary Community Projects. Rhythm and Spice, Sunday, June 28th, Quarantine Point Recreational Park. Sip, savor, socialize, support.
Distributed by Echo Blue Limited. Visit us on the Lansopine Main Road or call 405-4818.
Good Thursday morning, everyone, with the news in detail. I am Gordon Joseph as we welcome Graphics and his team from Hot 98 FM. In the local news, the Grenada's Ministry of Health says it is closely monitoring the Ebola outbreak reported in the Democratic Republic of Congo, but assures the public there is no immediate threat to Grenada. According to the ministry, the World Health Organization has assessed the risk of spread to the Caribbean as very low. Chief Medical Officer Dr. Sean Charles said Grenada's surveillance systems remain active and health officials continue to monitor updates from international and regional public health agencies, including a Caribbean Public Health Agency, CARPHA. Citizens are encouraged to practice good hygiene, follow official updates, and avoid misinformation. The ministry says timely official updates will be provided as more information becomes available. Grenadian officials were welcomed aboard the aircraft carrier USS Nimitz for a distinguished visitor embark this week as part of efforts to strengthen ties between Grenada and the United States. On board, they received a first-hand look at the ship's operations, personnel, and capabilities. The visit forms part of the Southern Seas 2026, a regional mission led by the United States 4th Fleet and U.S. Naval Forces Southern Command, and it's aimed at improving cooperation, interoperability, and maritime partnerships across the Caribbean and Latin America. Officials say engagements like these help reinforce regional security, stability, and long-standing partnerships among participating nations. Youth empowerment, innovation, and collaboration were the focus of the 2026 ICA Grenada Accountability Seminar held under the theme Advancing Youth Development in Agriculture. The event, hosted at the Grenada National Cricket Stadium, brought together young farmers, government officials, agricultural stakeholders, and development partners to discuss strategies for strengthening youth involvement in the sector. ICA's representative in the OECS, Greg Rawlins, outlined the Inter-American Institute for Cooperation and Agriculture's focus on training, technology, entrepreneurship, and stronger youth networks in agriculture. Minister for Agriculture Lennox Andrews announced plans to make more than 100 acres of land available to young people interested in agriculture. Participants also explored opportunities in climate-smart agriculture, hydroponics, drone technology, and value-added processing, while discussions continued on establishing a national youth in agriculture network. And finally, the Central Division North of the Royal Grenada Police Force held a ribbon-cutting ceremony for the erection of a road safety billboard on the Western Corridor in Bousséjou, and that occurred on Wednesday, May 27th. Speed thrills, but it kills. Slow down for safety. Drive smart. Save lives. Other billboards will also be erected within the Central Division. A very proactive stance by the RGPF. That brings us to the end of the first segment of news, the local segment. Stay with us. The regional and international developments, they are straight ahead. In the region, the government of the Bahamas has announced a 30-day travel ban on persons who have recently visited the Democratic Republic of Congo, Uganda, and South Sudan amid growing concerns over the spread of Ebola. The announcement follows reports that 2 foreign nationals who recently traveled from the Democratic Republic of Congo were placed in isolation after developing fever. Health officials and authorities later confirmed the men were not showing symptoms consistent with Ebola virus disease, and no confirmed Ebola cases have been reported in the Bahamas. Health Minister Michael Daville said the individuals remain in isolation while testing continues. The Bahamas joins several countries increasing border screening and public health measures as concerns grow over possible cross-border transmission linked to outbreaks in parts of Africa. Looking further afield, a former senior U.S. government official has been arrested after FBI agents discovered hundreds of gold bars worth more than $40 million at his home in Virginia. The suspect, identified as David Rush, is accused of stealing public money after allegedly requesting gold bars and foreign currency from the U.S. government for what he described as work-related expenses. Authorities say Rush previously held top secret security clearance and worked in senior role linked to the Central Intelligence Agency. Rush is also accused of lying about his education and military background and fraudulently received military leave payments. He remains in detention pending a court hearing later this week. That concludes the regional and international segment of news. Stay with us, the sporting highlights are straight ahead. Good morning, sporting fans. And the lone sporting item this morning, well, Hayley Matthews says the West Indies women's team is determined to bounce back at the upcoming ICC Women's Cricket World Cup after missing out on last year's tournament. Matthews says the squad has matured from the disappointment and believes the team is now stronger, with younger players continuing to develop. The Windies women are preparing with training sessions in England and a tri-series in Ireland ahead of the World Cup. Matthews also reflected on the team's World Cup victory 10 years ago, saying the squad hopes to create another special moment and prove critics wrong. Well, I sincerely hope that you all do. Give us something to cheer about in this very difficult times. That concludes the sports. Stay with us. We'll have more sports during the luncheon of newscast and also the primetime newscast. The weather forecast is straight ahead.
For 40 years, Answer Coatings Grenada has been part of your story. More than paint, it's pride and care in every drop. As the proud manufacturers of Sissons and Berger paint, we've protected your homes and communities for generations. Answer Coatings Grenada Limited, 40 years strong, 40 years trusted. A legacy in every drop.
Well, folks, for the latest weather forecast, we now join forecaster Vondi Cyrus at the forecast desk at the MBIA. Good morning, Vondi.
Good morning to you and to your listeners. Here's weather for today, Thursday, 28th May, 2026. It is a partly cloudy and hazy morning at the MBIA. Winds are from the east at 5 miles per hour. Barometric pressure is 1014.7 millibars. That is above normal and rising. The present temperature is 28 degrees Celsius. Relative humidity is 78%. Yesterday's highest temperature was 31.7 degrees Celsius. Last night's lowest temperature was 26.8 degrees Celsius. There was a trace of rainfall here at the MBIA over the last 24 hours. Hence, the month's total remains at 15.1 millimeters. Now to look at the public weather forecast valid for today and tonight for the state of Grenada. Conditions are expected to be fair to partly cloudy, windy, and hazy with brief light showers. Just a warning, we have moderate haze present, so those with respiratory illnesses, please be mindful. Today's maximum temperature can be around 31.5 degrees Celsius. Wind east-northeasterly to east-southeasterly at 13 to 23 miles per hour, gusting higher at times. Seas moderate to slightly rough, with waves up to 8 feet in easterly swells. Because of that, a marine advisory remains in effect. Tides are currently falling, will be low at 8:30 a.m. and high at 2 p.m. Sunset today 6:27, sunrise 5:41. Just a recap of the public weather forecast valid for today and tonight for the state of Grenada. Conditions are expected to be fair to partly cloudy, windy and hazy with brief light showers. And just a reminder, we have moderate haze present and also a marine advisory remains in effect. From the Met Office, this is Vondi Cyrus. Have a great day.
Thank you very much, Vondi. Have yourself a great day likewise. Folks, the weather forecast came to you with the kind compliments of Rennick and Thompson Company Limited.
It's game on. And you may not be able to predict the scoreline or who will win each game. And you sure can't predict who will be the champion. But what is predictable is that Quartz has what you need to watch the games the way you want to every time. It's game on. Quartz, bringing value home.
It's 4 minutes after 7 o'clock. To end the news, a recap of the headlines. In the local news, the health ministry says no immediate Ebola threat in Grenada, and USS Nimitz hosts Grenadian delegation during Caribbean mission. In the region, Bahamas tightens border measures over Ebola threat. Internationally, former U.S. government executive faces theft charges. And in sports, West Indies women eye strong World Cup return. That has been the morning edition of news for today, Thursday, the 28th day of May 2026. On behalf of the entire news department and all those who made the newscast possible, I'm Gordon Joseph, thanking you for viewing and listening, wishing you a safe and productive day, and extending that invitation to you to stick and stay with the network, because we are with you anywhere and everywhere.
Freedom is driven to pursue that passion that keeps you up at night and makes you smile in your sleep. Freedom is bold to embrace the possibilities that can open up your world and conquer new heights. Freedom is fabulous, with bits and pieces that enhance the quality of your life. Freedom is what you do with the flexibility to change path or direction when you need to. Freedom breeds ambition and purpose while having loads of fun along the way. But most of all, freedom is well-deserved for the road traveled and the journey still to come. Unleash your freedom with Nexa Credit Union. Call us on 440-1354 or visit our website to pre-apply. Apply now. Freedom awaits. Terms and conditions apply. Nexa Credit Union, with you wherever your road leads.
Are you looking for a reliable, affordable, and customer-friendly pharmacy? Look no further than Hills and Valley Pharmacy, the nation's leading healthcare products and services provider. We are committed to serving you at convenient locations. Find an extensive and affordable selection of prescription and over-the-counter drugs and medical supplies at Church Street, Hillsborough, Carriacou, Jubilee Street, Grenville, St. Andrew, near the bus terminal, and Halifax and Grenville Street, St. George. Our committed team is always available to offer valuable assistance for managing your health and wellness. Discover the additional benefits of our wholesale distribution on Halifax Street and our Medcare Center on Grenville Street, where we provide in-house physiotherapy, massage therapy, doctor consultations, and eye care services. Our commitment is to satisfy all your healthcare needs, including competitive prices, loyalty rewards, and special discounts for seniors. Contact us at 435-6904 and WhatsApp 535-4734. Choose Hills and Valley Pharmacy. Remember, your health is our business.
The Ministry of Agriculture White Potato Production Initiative is an OECS sub-regional project aimed at reducing Grenada's reliance on imported white potatoes, which in 2025 had an imported value of over 4.5 million EC dollars. The White Potato Production Initiative is part of the Ministry of Agriculture's food security drive and is being undertaken with the simultaneous cultivation of other crops such as sweet potatoes, pineapples, coconuts, carrots, and other vegetables. Other OECS countries like Dominica and St. Vincent and the Grenadines are already at an advanced stage in white potato production, with Dominica completely cutting the import of white potatoes during the first quarter of 2026. Grenada is now preparing to advance production for better output in 2027. The Ministry of Agriculture, Lands and Forestry, ensuring food and nutrition security for all.
For Grenada to realize its true potential, we must all be a part of nation building. From every corner of the world, our sons and daughters carry the spirit of the Spice Isle in their hearts through culture, innovation, investment, and service. Now is the time to come home to your beautiful Tri-Island state, to reconnect with our roots, share our knowledge, to inspire our youth, and to help shape a stronger, more resilient economy for generations to come. We are all part of the collective journey to shape the future of our nation. Together, we are building a nation we are proud of, a nation defined by opportunity, unity, and purpose. Grenada is more than a place on the map. It is our heritage, our future, our home. We look forward to welcoming you.
The Grenville Cooperative Credit Union introduces its new digital platform, managing your finances at any time from anywhere.
As a part-time student, balancing work and studies can be a real challenge. But with GCCU's digital app, these worries are no more. My parents can now remotely transfer funds to my account and I can check my balance at any time, giving me the freedom to achieve my goals.
My days can be long and tedious. With this app, I can ensure my loan is paid on time, transfer funds to someone else's account, and check my balances. I don't have to rush to do business during my lunch hour or after work anymore.
With this app, I can request checks to pay my suppliers, letters for my business transactions. I don't have to leave my farm to go stand in line.
The Grenville Credit Union digital platform. It's convenient and secure banking right at your fingertips. Download the app today from the Play Store or App Store, or call 442-8602, 459-4325, or 416-8467 for further information.
In Grenada, sports aren't just a game, they're a way of life. They teach discipline, teamwork, and resilience. They inspire the next generation to push boundaries and chase excellence. That's why the Investment Migration Agency of Grenada is proud to support sports initiatives as part of our commitment to youth and national development. When we invest in sports programs, we invest in the future. We invest in the health and well-being of our youth, and we invest in broadening Grenada's reach, proudly connecting our athletes, our talent, and our nation to a global community. Together, we all go further. The Investment Migration Agency. Unlock the possibilities.
folks, it's now 13 minutes after 7 o'clock. At this time, we join Sergeant Troy Paul for this morning's traffic report. Good morning, Sarge.
Pleasant morning to you and also to our listeners this morning. It is always a pleasure to let persons know happening in silent state of Grenada, Carriacou as relates to traffic at this moment. And at this point, most of the areas we have reporting light to moderate flow of traffic in most of our towns and all its adjoining roads. So therefore, persons can move from one place to the other or wherever they're going without any unnecessary obstruction or any accidents at the time reported. So it definitely means that you have a free roadway to travel, whether or not you are driving, you're using motorcycle, or you are a pedestrian at this particular time. And this includes Carriacou and Treaty Matnick at this moment. So it definitely means we have that easement of traffic throughout the Triangle State of Grenada, with the exception with a heavier flow of traffic coming out from the St. Paul direction into the direction of the Lucas Street roundabout at this moment. So persons coming in from that direction, please take note at this moment. We see not too heavy, but just a little more than the moderate flow from Calvini side. So these two areas, which we know that St. Paul's is the heavier flow at this moment, with the exception of that area. So persons, please take note. We've seen that these traffic can definitely increase in a short space of time as persons are on the road already traveling to their current destination. So it definitely means that we should already start preparing for those congestions that we normally have in most of the areas on a morning time. As we dive right into the accident state for the past 24 hours, the accident state, we had a total of 7 minor accidents reported throughout the Triangle State, and they are as follows. Traffic headquarters reported four minor accidents. South St. George 1, St. David 1, and Goa Police Station 1, giving us a total of 7. And at this moment, we want to let persons know that they have an obligation and responsibility for their safety. And remember, it is paramount that you make sure that you check your vehicle in morning times, make sure that your tires are in good working condition, making sure that the vehicle have gas to start with, and all whatever has to be checked is checked to make sure that your journey is one that is safe and that you get there safely and on time. So persons, be mindful of these things. Make sure that we obey speed limit signs. Make sure that we drive in a manner that is conducive for our road conditions. Remember, we still have persons that are breaking traffic lights and using mobile devices and for whatever distraction that they're allowing along the nation's road. So you have that obligation as well to avoid and to prevent and to control those things that I've said this morning to ensure that your safety and the safety of other persons on the road as well. And as I was telling some of the kids yesterday in the event we had at St. Paul, that it is definitely a trying one that as a pedestrian that you're walking very on the road and something, God forbid, that something happens to you or your family member while you are on the road. So drivers, we expect that you do the prudent thing and make sure that you do what is necessary. As we normally would say on a morning time, that the road is no place for playing. So drivers, please take note of that. We do expect as we get closer to the 8 o'clock hour that the traffic will definitely increase. And we would have some officers that should take position who will access the regulation of the traffic to make sure that it's a lot easier for persons at times. But what we do advise persons is that to totally avoid traffic, that you leave home earlier to get to your destination, so you would not end up in these traffic congestions. It is your responsibility to make sure that you get to wherever you have to on time and safely, so that you could avoid any unnecessary. So as we try to wrap things up this morning, we just want persons to know that safety is always paramount, and remember the accident state. Remember you have an alternative route if you end up in a any of the areas which you believe are traffic congestion on a morning. Anything for me this morning before we wrap things up?
Again, I'm seeing too many white markings on the roads, indicating accidents occurred there. Drivers, I urge you again. I like this. There's a slogan that ASP McQueen and members of the Northern Division. Let me get this right. You would be abreast with it, but there was a billboard erected on Wednesday. Let me get it here. I like what was said on it. Speed thrills, but it kills. Slow down for safety. Drive smart. Save lives. I don't know. I guess it's just maturity, because I find myself nowadays, I keep saying, "What? I'm driving slow. I never used to drive slow." But it I guess age kicks in, and then you realize the dangers that can be derived from driving reckless. I witnessed an accident yesterday. I mean, I wasn't there on the scene when it occurred, but I saw an accident. I'm like, how could that accident happen? But again, it's an accident, So it's just a call for drivers in particular. That piece of equipment that you're using, it's no joke thing. All right, it's no joke thing. Sometimes you've been around it long enough that maneuvering it gets easier, but it could take lives.
Absolutely.
And we ought to be careful of that. We get complacent, and we don't check our brakes. We don't check, We need to do the physical checks of the inspections on the vehicles and make sure, and we have to continuously remind ourselves that the road is no playing field.
Not at all.
So, Saj, that's it for me this morning as we ask the question. If you are texting or doing anything else when you're supposed to be maneuvering that vehicle, then
who is driving?
Who's driving? Don't text and drive. Be, involved in driving alone at that time. Have a good day, Sarge. You and your team.
You as well. And to all our most loyal listeners.
Thank you. Folks, that has been the traffic report. We take a quick commercial break. When we get back, the conversation starts. We've got a relatively busy morning. We've got folks from the school for the hearing impaired, and also we've got Mr. Sincere and Mr. Adonis telling us about PAWI. That's the Pentecostal Assemblies of the West Indies. They've got the annual sporting event coming up, so we'll be talking that. Stay with us.
Served Grenada for decades, we are the #1 and largest electrical supplier.
Hi, welcome to Sunny Electrical. How may I help?
We offer electrical wire and accessories, tools, and appliances for all residential, commercial, and industrial applications, which is what we are known for. And we expanded our products with new innovative ways to modernize your home. New homeowners will be captivated in our lighting showrooms.
Some more pendant lights here. These are very multifunctional because they can work for kitchens, living rooms, bedrooms.
We have a wide selection of lighting, ranging from indoor to outdoor and solar. We are also available for site visit services to assist you with selecting the perfect light for your forever home. We are located at Dusty Highway in Grenada and St. George. Sudden Electrical. Best value, expert advice, quality products. We hope to see you soon.
Life doesn't stand still. It moves. It grows. It asks you to believe in what's next. Your first car. Owning your home. The business you build. The future you choose to invest in. Life moves in steps. When you're ready to take the next one, we're here to help you move forward with banking solutions designed for life. From vehicle financing and mortgages to education savings, credit solutions, and support for your growing business. Republic Bank, ready for life, every step.
At 5 p.m. on August 5th, 1944, the schooner Island Queen sailed out of the St. George's Harbor. On board were some of Grenada's brightest and best sons and daughters. What happened afterwards remains a mystery.
Where Island Queen gone?
Heritage Theatre Company presents Lucy's Straw Hat, a full-length drama written and directed by Chris DeRiggs, a moving story about a family caught up in the drama of this great mystery. Meet Hyacinth, haunted and always ready to do mischief.
Rich man, he'll make him sign for you?
Lucy, beautiful and headstrong.
I had a dream, Mommy, that Hyacinth was there, holding my hand.
Lucy's Straw Hat at Grenada Trade Center on Saturday 13th and Sunday 14th June, and at the Luke Cinema on Saturday 20th and Sunday 21st June. Advance tickets $60, $75 at the door. Come join us.
Where Island Queen gone?
Get ready for the ultimate showdown of flavor, fire, and fun. Saturday, May the 30th, Monrouge Plainfield. It's the clash of the food titans. 19 junior and senior grillers battle for grill supremacy with over $5,000 in cash and prizes to be won. Taste grilled delicacies from Cuba and Chinese embassies. Plus family fun day, bouncy castles, go-kart rides, ride, go ATVs, trills, ring games, and more. Then from 6 p.m., the vibes explode. The Jambalassi team, more than 15 soca stars. Lights up the stage, non-stop energy, non-stop performances, non-stop culture. Gates open 11 a.m., grills light 1 p.m. Admission, adults $10, children $5, children under 12, enter free. Maggie, King of the Grill 2026. Food, fun, culture, entertainment. One massive day you don't want to miss. Powered by Maggie, enhancing your flavors with support from Rubis, Blue Bubbles, Tents and Rentals, Grenada Paper Products, Grenville Credit Union, Flow, Budget Foods, My Finance Grenada, Caribbery, Ride Go Grenada, and Glenelg Spring Water. It's the clash of the food titans. 19 junior and senior grillers battle for grill supremacy with over $5,000 in cash and prizes to be won.
At 5 p.m. on August 5th, 1944, the schooner Island Queen sailed out of the St. George's Harbor. On board were some of Grenada's brightest and best sons and daughters. What happened afterwards remains a mystery.
Where Island Queen gone?
Heritage Theatre Company presents Lucy's Straw Hat.
Welcome to the conversation. It's 26 minutes after 7 o'clock this morning. At this time, I've got with me in studio two wonderful ladies representing the School for the Deaf, Miss Brathwaite and Miss Dubisette. Good morning, ladies. How are you?
Good morning to you, Innocent. We're happy to be here.
Okay. Do it again, let me see.
Good morning. We're happy to be here.
Again.
Good.
Morning. Okay. It'll take me a while.
No, it's easy.
Right. Okay. The School for the Deaf. How has things been?
Oh, well, it's pretty wonderful. We just had two of our students that we provide service for. They sat the CPA. So we were looking forward to success for them entering into secondary school in September. Okay. So, and we have been doing the work that we have been set to do. We are under the Ministry of Education, and that is providing support for students who are deaf within the mainstream school. So, in setting the tone for today and our discussion, we believe in inclusive practice for students who are deaf. So we do not do special school. Students who are deaf that we provide service for are within the mainstream school, or in other words, in local terms, they are in the regular primary, secondary, preschool, tertiary level, whether it's at New Low, TAMCC.
What's the population like, average population of children who are deaf?
Right. Well, in terms of who we provide service for, we have at least about 35. There are just maybe about 2 or 3 students who we know are profoundly deaf and might be in a special school. But the population that we service is about 35 students. Now, 35 may sound as a small number, but in providing different types of services for them. So it's not only interpreting, because there are different levels in terms of their hearing loss. So there are those who may require interpreting because they are profoundly deaf. There are those who might be hard of hearing, and it's okay to say the word hard of hearing, who may just need educational support. There are those who may need psychosocial support, who may need counseling, and that is where Mrs. Dubiset will come in, because in her profession as her speciality, her profession is that of being a counselor. So she would also provide that sort of support. She would tell you more about that as well. So these are some of the services, as well as we work along with the Ministry of Health and the Ministry of Education, which we fall under, in providing hearing health care to our community. So we do hearing assessments as well at the school. We also have a program with the Ministry of Health and Starkey Hearing Foundation, which is based in the U.S., where we provide what is called active care for persons who would have received hearing aids from Starkey Hearing Foundation in 2019, and it is possible they may be back very soon again in Grenada. So these are some of the services that we provide.
Okay. Now you've got a month of activities coming up. Could you just give us some insights?
All right. So, okay, so maybe you would want to tell us a bit about.
So for this month, June is Deaf Awareness Month in Grenada.
The month of June?
June, in Grenada.
Okay.
And that has been for many years. Right?
We have to always remember Carriacou and Pitimatu.
You do have deaf people
yes,
as well.
Yes. But when we say Grenada, the state of Grenada,
right?
That being understood. So on Sunday, the 31st, we start with a church service. That's the 31st of May, because the Sunday is just right before. It's a good, before we start any other activities, we wanted to have our church service, so we start with that on the 31st of May to open really Deaf Awareness Month starting 1st of June. The church service will be at
Thy Kingdom Come Deliverance Sanctuary, and that is that's Pastor Happy in Monjulu.
Right.
Monjulu. We have sign language classes throughout the month. It's online, so you can join in, you can register. We have a registration actually this afternoon and tomorrow afternoon. We have registration in front of Bruce Street Mall. You can also register online. There's a QR code if you find that, if you see your flyer, some people may be privy to it. We would have it on social media, so you can register there as well. But to collect your manual or stuff like that, you'd have to show up in front of
the Bruce Street Mall
for registration today and tomorrow. All right, this in the afternoon at about 4 o'clock. So that's for the sign language class. We also have a community outreach. What we do in the community outreach, we've had sponsors, and we thank our sponsors. Baskets of food and personal items that we bring to different persons who are deaf or hard of hearing, that we've selected. We can't give all, and not every year. Maybe different people might get that hamper, just to help with, the economy or so.
Yeah, based on the economic situation. Yeah.
Right. So we have two days when we're doing community outreach. It's on the 5th of June and the 26th of June. We still would welcome if persons want to still donate to that. Fine, you're welcome to do that. We'll give you a contact number close to the end of the program, and you can contact us to make any contribution that you would like to. We have our famous tea party now. That one is a hallmark. Every year, it's people look forward to our tea, and it's on the 11th of June this year. We still do not have the sit-down tea since COVID. The sit-down tea kind of went on the low, but we deliver. Once, like a group would order 10 or more teas, we drop it off at your location within the St. George's area. So get a group of persons and you order. It's only $10 for the ticket, and we drop it off. So that's the tea party on the 11th of June. It's a Thursday, I think. Yeah. And on the 19th of June, we have a creative exhibition. That one, I'll let Ms. Braffett talk a little more, elaborate on that. I'm just going to run through. On the 23rd, a workshop for the deaf. Ms. Braffett will also elaborate on that one. And on the 30th of June, we have a field trip for the students. So a lot of the other activities include the adult deaf as well. But on the 30th, the students who are in school, we take them on a field trip. We have some special locations that we take them to see and do. So it'd be educational as well as fun for them. So that's pretty much our activities for the month. We have T-shirts like these pretty ones we have here that you can purchase, $40 for one. So.
Okay.
And we didn't plan to wear pink together. It just happened there.
Wow.
We didn't plan to wear pink, and we didn't.
They are different colors.
We didn't decide we were wearing this T-shirt, but
I thought you all came from the same home.
No.
Okay, so just to pick up from where Mrs. Dewey said left off, I think we did not mention the theme, which we're focusing on the orange economy, that of deaf, skilled, successful. Deaf persons, if given the appropriate skill, they can be successful. They can become self-sufficient. They can become entrepreneurs just as anyone else. And as Mrs. Dubisette mentioned, on the 19th, we will be having that exhibition for the public, where persons who are deaf will have their produce being and their products being on display, being exhibited at the Esplanade, Bruce Street Mall, whichever one it is. We'll be using that space there, so we invite all of Grenada to come out, see what they're doing. Their things will be on sale as well. We're giving them the opportunity. We have created a space for them. They are now able to sell, whether it's furniture, whether it's swimsuits that they made out of crochet, whether it's jewelry, whatever it is, whether it's confectionaries, whatever that they would have made, and they're skilled at doing, we would have it on display on June the 19th from 9 a.m. in the morning until about 5 in the afternoon. So we invite all of Grenada to come out and see how skilled persons who are deaf, how skilled they are. So we invite you to be out for that exhibition that will be taking place. And I believe around that time we have a lot of folks coming in from the diaspora. So we invite you as well to come in and be a part of that activity, because deaf, with the provision of the appropriate training and so on, they can become skilled, and what would be the end result? Successful. So we encourage everyone to come out and witness that as well. in relation to the workshop, in a sense, we have invited, because there are deaf persons who are within the work space. We have persons employed by the Grenada Breweries and many other places where you find persons who are deaf employed. But what we do have happening is that sometimes there are issues between the employer and employees, meaning the deaf person in particular, where there might be communication issues. So we are inviting someone from the private sector to come in, speak to the deaf about job ethics, what is expected, what are the expectations for them, because there are a lot of things that we take for granted, but remember, they are deaf. There are things in our environment that come natural and normal for us, but because someone is deaf, there are things that they would miss. So we have invited private sector to be a part of that. We have invited also the Grenada Development Bank, because if we're speaking about entrepreneurship and so on, they need to know how to budget. Yes, you have a skill, you're making furniture, but how much do you sell it for? How much do you take as your salary and all that sort of thing? So they need to know that as well. So we have invited the Grenada Development Bank, as well as we partner with the Ministry of Health, where we have nurses come in, do pressure checks and all of that. And then from our end, from the school's end, we will be speaking with the adult deaf community in relation to how do you seek our service. For example, you want to go to get your driver's license. Do you call us Monday morning to go for Monday morning? Because they need to understand that we provide a service, so they need to make appointments. They need, things like that too. We'll be sharing with them there at the workshop. But also, I think, as we said, didn't mention that we will be going to Carriacou as well, and that's why I wanted to mention, because my people in Carriacou will not forgive me if I don't mention them.
Okay.
So we will be going to Carriacou on the final, not really in June, but into July, the last week of school. We'll be going there as well to do some community outreach.
Okay.
So we will be providing food hampers as well to persons who are deaf in Carriacou.
Let me ask you this, right? A member of my audience always advocate for, and he usually uses that legislation, law passed by the Human Rights Convention as it relates to people living with disabilities. From the deaf perspective, are you satisfied with the level of recognition and treatment and the support that are meted out to you?
Right. So it comes in the same when we talk about disability inclusion and the Convention for the Rights of Persons with Disability. It also takes in persons who are deaf as well. And what I can tell you is that we have come a long way. In relation to how persons are treated, but however, we have so much more to do. And in relation to job security for persons who are deaf, yes, there are those who are employed, but there are still persons who might be seeking employment and may have an issue. Because even yesterday, someone, a parent reached out to me and wanted a reference letter for a person who is deaf so that they can seek employment and so on. So I think there's a lot more to be done in relation to inclusion, in relation to the derogatory terms. You hear on the death news, Mary Brown, also known as dummy. What is that? So every person who is deaf, that is their name. No, they have a name just like you and I. So these are the things that our community, our society, we need to get rid of, the terms that we use, the way that we see persons who are deaf. They have the opportunity, just as anybody else now, to attend secondary school, to go on to high school, to achieve, and they have been doing that just as anyone. So we have to get rid of some of these attitudinal barriers which exist in our society towards persons who are deaf, blind, just persons with disabilities. If we travel and we go to other areas, we realize that in other countries, realize that they live fulfill lives just as anybody else. They're just seen as a human being.
Do you think we here in Grenada would ever reach that level where the people living with varied disabilities get treated and accepted as normal?
Well, I believe it can happen because I see it in other, just for example in Barbados. Barbados, they thrive on access in relation to in tourism access so they promote that there's access for persons with disability. So even within our tourism sector here in Grenada, there are people who may want to come on vacation, but if they know they can go to a hotel which is accessible, if they know they can go to a restaurant and not have a problem where they would have to be lifted up, if they know they can go to a hotel where they see the sign says that someone knows sign language, that they can interpret and that sort of thing. So it's important for our banks, as we're speaking about that, our banks, our financial institutions, or within the tourism sector, well, within all sectors, that at least we try, the police force, thank you for that as well, very important, because sometimes they can get into issues with the law, and we normally have to interpret as well. Let me let you know that. So the service we provide as well, even if we are teachers, we also work with the Royal Grenada Police Force, because whenever someone may have an issue, whether it is that they are in the right or the wrong, whatever it is, we are called on to go in to interpret. So it can happen at 10 o'clock in the night, and it can happen at 6 o'clock in the morning. So as well, that is another service as well that we provide. So we would want for all of these different sectors for persons to receive training. Our nurses as well in the health profession as well, doctors, lawyers, to at least receive some level of training. So we ask of these organizations to reach out to us. Our number 440-2242 or 406-8665, or you can email us at the School for the Deaf, gda@gmail.com. We provide that sort of service as well in providing sign language classes for different organizations and different sectors.
Okay. Well, I want to wish you all the best on your month of activities, advocacy, and everything. I do know that Grenada is getting there. We will get there eventually. I like the theme, deaf, skilled, successful, and that should be the approach. That should be the desire for everyone. That God knows why He had us this way. My grandmother always said, take my glasses from me, I can't hear what you're saying. She read the lips.
Yes.
You understand? So I kind of understand that the deaf stuff. So I want to congratulate you and your team at the school. You all have been doing a great work. I've been seeing and hearing the impact. The sign language, that we look at international television stations and we always have somebody doing the signs and so forth, and that's a long way that we have come. So keep on doing what you are doing, and I do hope you get all the requisite support.
Right, and we do need more people to learn sign language so they can assist us in the process as well, because in terms of our human capacity, there's so much for us to be doing. So we look forward to persons who are interested in reaching out and also learning sign language to the point where you can become interpreters. Thank you again for having us.
Could you, before we go, just repeat your numbers and your contact information?
Okay, sure. So for our listening public, we say to you, our number at the School for the Deaf is 440-2242, or you can WhatsApp us as well or call on 406-8665, and our email address, schoolforthedeaf@gmail.com. We look forward to hearing from you.
Thank you very much, ladies, and all the best with your month of activities and going forward.
Thank you very much, Innocent, for having us this morning. Thank you to GBN.
Folks, that's the first leg of the conversation. I've been speaking there with Miss Brathwaite and Miss Dubisset from the School for the Deaf. Give them the support and go on out and look out for them. whenever you can, in any way that you can, lend in your support. We take a quick break. When we come back, I've got Mr. Sincere and Mr. Adonis as we speak of Powys Sports coming up.
It's game on. And you may not be able to predict the scoreline or who will win each game. And you sure can't predict who will be the champion. But what is predictable is that Quartz has what you need to watch the games the way you want to every time. It's game on. Quartz, bringing value home.
At 5 p.m. on August 5th, 1944, the schooner Island Queen sailed out of the St. George's Harbor. On board were some of Grenada's brightest and best sons and daughters. What happened afterwards remains a mystery.
Where Island Queen gone?
Heritage Theatre Company presents Lucy's Straw Hat, a full-length drama written and directed by Chris DeRiggs, a moving story about a family caught up in the drama of this great mystery. Meet Mammy Sylvie, a woman with a secret too heavy to keep but too painful to reveal.
Asking for forgiveness for not telling you the truth.
Pa John, the war veteran.
Sometimes I sit here feeling so helpless, so crushed.
Hyacinth, always ready to do mischief.
You don't see the woman Uncle Norris married. She face ugly enough to turn milk.
Lucy, beautiful and headstrong.
I had a dream, Mommy, that Hyacinth was there, holding my hand.
Lucy's Straw Hat at Grenada Trade Center on Saturday 13th and Sunday 14th June, and at the Luke Cinema on Saturday 20th and Sunday 21st June. All shows 7 p.m. Advance tickets $60, $75 at the door. Come join us.
Where Island Queen gone?
This advertisement is sponsored by Grenada Cooperative Bank Limited.
Distributed by Echo Blue Limited. Visit us on the Lansopine Main Road or call 405-4818.
Welcome to the island's boldest ATV experience. The only tour daring enough to bring you this level of excitement, freedom, and adrenaline. Feel the power. Conquer rugged trails. Experience breathtaking views. Ride beyond the ordinary. Feel the power. This is not just a tour. This is the power of Ride ATV. Get ready for fun. Get ready for excitement. Get ready to ride. Book now at ride.gd or call 473-422-1011. Ride ATV. Adventure starts here.
Welcome back, viewers and listeners, to the conversation. As promised, I've got with me two good friends of mine, Grenville boys. Well, not boys, men. Mr. Lyndon Sincere and
good morning, sir.
Mr. Adonis. What's Adonis again?
Wayne.
Wayne Adonis. Okay. All right. Tell mommy good morning.
I'll do that.
All right. Good.
Yeah.
They're here representing the Pentecostal Assembly of the West Indies. They've got the annual sports meet. Last year we had a lengthy conversation on that.
Oh yes.
Yeah. The time has come so quick this time, man.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
How are plans going?
Well, plans are going good. We this year we've had a bit of issue with timing and a number of other challenges, but we're back on track and we're running on the same theme as we did last year. That is synergy through fun and fellowship. Catch the spirit.
Last year it was at La Sagesse, right?
Last year it was at La Sagesse. This year is going to be at Boucher-Jou.
Okay.
So hopefully next year, we'll be celebrating, Pawi will be celebrating 100 years in Grenada in 2027.
Okay.
So next year, we don't know if we want to bring it to Grenville. Because eventually we're hoping that the Pawi sport, because it's a national event, we now have 25 churches around the island.
Okay.
And we're hoping to bring together as many of those churches as possible. So the sporting event is going to at least take place at least once in every parish, once we can find the facilities and the logistics, and we could, make those things work.
So this year, what's the date for the sport?
The date is Saturday, coming the 30th.
Okay.
30th of May, 2026. Start at 9 a.m. and we go right up until 7.
Okay, you've been very quiet with me. What's up? What's your role in this? Besides pastoring, but what
else? Part of the PRO, and also music as well, organizing the music and so forth, and making sure that promotion is on and things are going smoothly.
Okay. How competitive is that sports? Last year I passed in La Sagesse. Briefly, it was rain affected. We had some rain.
Yeah, the rain was welcome.
Okay.
Because the ground was a bit dry, and we really, we were thankful that the rain intervened at that time. But it did not prevent any event that we had planned. The competition is still on the up. It could be better. But remember, last year, we actually resurrected the sports after many years of being dormant, almost non-existent in some cases. And it was, at the end of the day, when we looked at the statistics, it was a bumper event.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a bumper event. We had a number of challenges. This year, likewise, we have a few challenges too. But what we have done, what Pentecostal Assemblies has done, is that we've divided Grenada into 4 zones.
Okay.
So we have the northeastern zone, which is our zone. Pomerose, Marquis, Ladi, Grenville, Marabou, Monlong, and Tilleries. All those villages are places where we have assemblies. We have the southern zone, which would include the Marian Church, Gateway, People's Church, Vincennes, Corinth, and Carriacou. Yeah. Then we have the central zone, which includes Evangelistic Center, popularly known as Market Hill, Mount Morris, Lateran, Wallace Memorial, and Vendôme. And then we have the northwestern zone, which starts with La Poterie in St. Andrews. Northwestern is La Poterie, Sautères, River Sally, Chantimel, Victoria, Guave, and Grand Roy.
Okay.
So it's La Poterie, right. Even though it's in St. Andrews, it's part of the northwestern zone.
Okay. What's the population like in terms of persons within the Pentecostal assemblies, active members and so forth, so that could give us a sort of gauge as to what the attendance at the sports would be like?
Well,
is it something that you need to bring to the stadium now?
It may eventually be that, because we found out from last year's event in La Sagesse, it was a bit too small.
La Sagesse was too small?
Yes.
Wow.
If I were to give it an estimate, I would say we had about 7,000 persons there last year.
In La Sagesse?
Yeah, in La Sagesse.
I passed early, didn't have that many.
Right, so at the end of the day, it really picked up. People came out and so on. We would have liked to have seen, one of the things that we're working on is to get some of the competitive sporting groups in the communities.
Like clubs and so forth.
Like the clubs and so. Well, of course, Trailblazers is from St. David's. Track Blazers, yeah. They really gave us their support last year, not in terms of participation so much, but with logistics and a few of the things that we needed, and we really appreciated that. We of course going to have athletics and a few field events. The events would be football, basketball, netball, and cricket. All those games will be played on that day, and then we have some special events. So guys who are interested in the dominoes and the drafts, we be housing that as well. So we hope to see you there. Just in case you're coming out and you don't want to run, because we catering for people between the ages of 6 to 60.
Okay.
And
so that means you leave me out of the equation.
So that means you're still 5.
So I can't pass 60.
Pass 60.
What about Alphos, man? I remember Pastor Raybon and they used to come to my house at one point and play good Alphos, No
yeah.
Alphos.
Well, we this is something that we still have, in the planning stages. And we have not ruled it out. Those special games that the guys like to maybe play at, and so on. But dominoes, drafts, Alphos, and those kinds of things. It could be part of the equation. Okay. Could be part of the equation. We also want to say a shout out to the members of the committee, people like Sister Baker. She's responsible for logistics. Well, Brother Dwayne here is responsible for public relations and media. That's his special area. I'm just trying to provide support and coordinate everything. Sister Cherry Ann, who is the chairman of the steering committee. Of course, Pastor Bennett, who provided a lot of logistics help last year. He is not with us this year, but we're hoping to have him back in as soon as possible. And we've had some of our sponsors. We want to talk about some of our sponsors. Tropical.
We have some of our sponsors.
I'll let Brother Dwayne do that.
Tropical Catering. We also have Grenada Cooperative Bank, Arisa Credit Union, Junior Murray Cricket Academy. We also have Dynamic Drafting, Modern Dental Care, also Country Cold Store Limited, True Blue Bay Resort, Nexa Credit Union, and Hubbard's. All right, and these are some of the sponsors who making the events possible.
Okay.
We also want to make it clear that it will be a no vending event.
Okay.
All right. So we want to make it very clear that we would not be permitting vendors, to come in, because we would have our own things on sale as we make an effort to raise some funds as well. The whole purpose of the event generally is for fun and fellowship.
Right.
But we also want, as a church, we want to get back into the community. We want to use sport as a way of getting the message across to people that the gospel that we share is not just about sitting in church and listening to a preacher.
Not just the 4 walls. We're breaking down the 4 walls.
Definitely.
Yeah, because Jesus didn't have 4 walls, as far as we know, So we want to use sporting as an opportunity for, both Christian people to exercise themselves and to show their competitive nature, and to as a means of inclusion. As we heard the School for the Deaf talk about just now, we need to be inclusive in more ways than one, and to help people to realize that Christianity is fun as well.
It's not boring.
It's not boring at all.
We have to move out of that state.
And hence the theme, synergy, through fun and fellowship. And we want everybody to catch the spirit. That's the catchphrase here. Catch the spirit. Get involved. Be passionate about what you're doing. And one of the things we also want to do, we want to encourage small local businesses. So on that day, we will be having a lot of local foods.
Okay.
All right. We have a number of persons involved in our fellowship who do different things with their hands, and they give us really good products. So you can come out that day and get a tasty oil dong. You could have we have a goat head soup that is planned for that day. I think you might like that.
Yeah, definitely.
Chicken and fries, of course, the usual thing, potato pudding and coconut buns and local juices. We want to put emphasis on locally made products.
So it's about promoting local.
Yeah.
And being health conscious as well. Apart from all that Brother Lyndon mentioned, we also have a free market. You also come and get your provisions and so forth as well. So we catering for a wide range of people.
Okay. Is it a paid event? You have to pay to enter?
No, it's free.
Free, okay.
Yeah, it's a free event. And we should say that one of our main sponsors, the Grenada Cooperative Bank, they will be having a booth as well that day. So in case you're thinking about something financial, you come to sports, you can go in and have a discussion.
Right. Last year, I think you had health checks and so
right, we had health checks. We are yet to finalize some of these things. We realize that the months of April and May are pretty busy.
Yep.
Yeah, so we really appreciate you two, Innocent, for having us on the program this morning. You should have been earlier, but we thank God for that and for the ability to be able to tell the Grenadian public what we're doing and to solicit their support. On May the 30th, that Saturday coming, for the entire day, come out to Bouchejoux, Synergy through fun and fellowship.
Parting words?
Well, we want to encourage everybody to come out, come out and support and have fun and this fellowship, and have a wonderful day.
It's step out from the norm.
Yes.
All right, Saturday, the folks who usually sit by the rum shops and play the all fours and the dominoes and so come and have some good, come and get some good synergy.
Yeah, I also want to say good morning to my son Diamond and my mom. I believe they might be watching, and to all the other members of the committee, and to all the members of PAWI. Come on out this Saturday and let's do something great.
And just to end, it's from 9 a.m.
And finish about 7?
About 7, yeah.
Okay. All right, so Brother Adonis and Brother Sincere, thank you for sharing with us, and I wish you all the best.
Thank you.
Last day it was it's a zone through from my home.
Yeah.
This year I would have to
journey across.
Yeah. So, all right. Folks, that's it for the conversation, and we look forward to another one tomorrow. We've got to go. We've got to join the BBC. Thank you for your indulgence, as always.